All right. So, last time, I think, how many at the, I thought I had it, all players for the navigation. A few bandits got killed, a house got destroyed, a Dark Charger wolf got savaged, and a few bandits ran away.
And a tree got knocked down.
And a tree got knocked down, also very important.
And Grok'kaa is stuck as a saber-toothed tiger horse thing.
I believe the official name of that beast is a Jaco beast or a Jacko beast.
I like that, Jacko beast.
Apparently, they're force sensitive. They defend themselves by launching force pulses from the two horns on their head. They can collect force energy and launch it out as a pulse wave.
Apparently. Seems like a good evolutionary advantage.
They're also herd animals, so my version's a little more savage and different.
And also, Ileana is apparently a horse girl now.
Yep. That is all.
And Dagna can hear Grok'kaa's thoughts or something.
You can sense and feel it.
I gotta update my token.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Got a hat. You got a sick hat out of it.
Fucking sick hat.
Probably still covered in blood.
Select file.
I mean, lightsaber cuts don't bleed, so when he severed the top of that man's head, it all was cauterized, so no blood.
Yeah, that was the part we had to worry about. It's okay. He doesn't have a head. It's cauterized.
No blood.
Poor Dooku. So yeah, that's the case. Let's go on over to departure. Return back to the wonderful town of departure. All your horses.
Is Grok'kaa still in his beast form, or has he managed to change
back?
He
is. No, he's stuck in the beast form. I need to copy that over. Roughly proportional in size for the rest of them.
It's a big cat.
Oh my goodness.
It's a pretty sizable cat. This actually should also be to scale too then.
Now, this isn't going to cause panic at all.
It's probably about the similar size of the horses. It's a silhouette too, so.
Yeah. Well, the horse and everything on it. So, well, the three of you are riding the horse and moving the cart, and there's a second cart technically, but that will soon fix itself.
I'm assuming that Grok'kaa is too big to fit in the cart.
Please delete my token. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, Grok'kaa would be padding alongside the cart. You know, generally just being a giant sullen cat.
Mm.
As you're going through, you do see some people that look like they're like, oh, people are coming out. It's with their eyes bulging out as soon as presumably they start seeing the Jacko beast that's rolling in. Some of the elder folks are trying to rush their kids inside the various tents and other temporary buildings in this area as soon as they see the Jacko beast.
Hide your kids, hide your wife.
They're scaring everyone out here. Paladin looks over at Dagna and Ileana, and he starts slowing down his horse. Maybe it'll be easier if he left Grok'kaa, look over to Grok'kaa, towards the outskirts of town where less people will be panicked. We won't want to cause too much of a ruckus out here until we figure out how to fix him.
I'm not going to leave him by himself.
Excuse me. Well, we need to go tell what's his face about his farm, right?
Yeah. Well,
So we can do that.
that's the case. We probably should keep Grok'kaa on a tighter patrol with us. You know, try to find ways to minimize the panic.
Well, I like your idea. Why don't we just leave them here, and Dagna can stay with Grok'kaa, and you and I can go get the booty. I mean loot. I mean money. I mean payment.
Yes, that should probably be good also to get that second part going too.
What?
So, even though I could temporarily reserve equipment as a paladin, I do need to return the original cart we came with.
Sure.
And maybe you can ask to purchase it. I mean, we'll see what the owner has to say.
Why do we need 2 carts?
I don't know. I think sticking with one should be just fine. Unless we ever think of a
So do I.
decoy cart. Even more food you have to spend. Oh, you're right. You're right. We should stick with 1 cart. Logistics would be easier. Oh, alright. Let's settle down out here. Grok'kaa, I guess. Dogna, if you don't mind staying with Grok'kaa out here. Try to avoid too much trouble. Ilyana and I will handle going into town. Oh, and oh, that reminds me, we forgot about the Bandito prisoner. Because there was was it 4 or 5 of them?
Oh yeah, that is a thing, isn't it?
Yep, our
Right.
paladin managed to get 5 banditos to surrender, though I think one of them was unconscious.
Yes, one of them was unconscious.
So he surrendered by proxy, I guess.
Yes. So that'll be a decision we probably should make in the case is how are we going to handle the 5 banditos? Now the paladin,
You
would
took
at least-
them prisoner.
right?
You figure it out.
You're gonna leave it up to the paladin.
Yeah, I mean, he's the one that took him.
He is
Dag-
going to.
Dagna could not care less about the Banditos. I'm just throwing that out there.
Same, to be honest.
Which
She
is
has
fair.
more important things to worry about than a couple of fucking Banditos.
And then the paladin is going to choose to let them all go without any weapons, just like he did with the other ones. He has tried to lightly interrogate, but he realizes that the banditos do not know anything. He's going to let all the banditos go. Probably to their deaths. I mean, it's probably not the greatest thing.
What do you take him prisoner for then? If he's just gonna fucking let him go.
Well, he thought at least one of them might know something.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
Anyway, Dagna, do you think we should get something for Grok'kaa? Do you need anything? Or, like, maybe... Is he going to eat? Oh, he's probably going to look at those horses and maybe try to eat the horse. Maybe we should get a bunch of food.
that probably couldn't hurt. I mean, to be honest, I never thought that I would have to think about the logistics of feeding Grok'kaa in a form like this. But he's never gotten stuck before. I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess that's what happened. You know, he's never been in the form this long
Oh.
before.
Well, what happens to his stuff? Because maybe, like, he would want... Do you remember he uses that, like, drugs, like the smoke drugs, to calm him down? Do you remember? Maybe that would work, like, to get him out of his form, if we found some. But I don't know what happened to his. Like, is it just absorbed into his body somehow? I don't know.
correct me if I'm wrong, Treg, but your stuff like transforms along with you, right?
Yep.
And Dagno would have seen this before.
Yep. It all
Okay.
molds into himself.
That's kind of creepy.
Yeah, he still has his stuff. We just can't access it until he manages to transform back. So unfortunately, even if that stuff did work, and I have my doubts that it would, I have no way of getting to it right now.
Okay, all right. Well, if I see any, or like, people try to sell me drugs, I guess I will buy some, but...
Well, Ileana, can I tell you something?
I do have a pretty hipster hat now, so I probably get a lot of offers for cool things. Yes, go ahead.
I don't know how to explain this, but there was a moment back there when I was just trying to comfort Grok'kaa where I could have sworn that I could sense what he was feeling.
Oh.
Not just that I knew that he must have been scared and upset. I could feel what he was feeling.
Oh. Well, this is... Well, where did you feel? Did you feel like in your whole body? Or just your fingers, or like your head?
It was like I was experiencing it myself.
Oh, it was your whole body. This is... I'm going to guess here, but I think this is the Force. But, like, they call it something different here on this planet, but I would call it the Force. So, like, we are taught this as children on Dathomir. There is a Force that connects everything together, and sometimes you can use it to connect with other people, like I think you did. I think I tried to do that too, when Grok'kaa seemed to be really agitated. But I think you connected also. Have you ever felt like this before?
No, never.
Well, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. Don't worry about it. You're not going to go crazy or anything. It's actually really nice. And you can learn to control that.
Why now? I've got my whole life never being able to do this.
Well, usually it's tied to a very strong emotion. It depends. I think I've been told that it can be triggered in people even by other people having very strong emotions, and I think Grok'kaa was pretty emotional, so he was probably giving off a lot of energy through the Force. I felt it for sure. And Grok'kaa is actually very powerful in the Force. He is very strong. So it may have caused you to, like, get some minor abilities in the Force.
That's both really cool and fascinating and also kind of scary. I assume that the Force is kind of like the magic that Jors uses, and I've seen what Jors is capable of. The thought of being able to do that myself is a little scary.
Oh, you don't know the half of it. But it's more than I can explain right now. I think it's probably better if we get the day's things done, and then maybe we can talk like later tonight, and I can tell you what I know.
Okay. Thanks, Ileana.
Anytime. So, do you need anything like any supplies or anything?
No, I think I'm okay right now. Thank you.
Okay. I will try to figure out if we can get some like I don't know, like big animal feed or something. I don't think we have enough money to feed Grok'kaa for very long. I hope
Well,
he gets
hopefully
better.
he's not stuck like this for very much longer, but
Okay. And I think we will also maybe buy some like hay or something for the horses. So we will be back probably like a couple hours. So
Okay.
maybe I don't know, set up camp or something.
okay. I can do that.
Okay. Alright, let's go. Solsar.
Sounds
I
good.
assume we're taking both the carts.
Yes.
Okay.
Unless you want to leave the larger cart back out here, because it's got most
I
of your
think
stuff.
we have to take both because if we carry a bunch of stuff
Oh,
that
that'd
we
be
don't
smart.
sell, yeah.
Yeah.
So I can drive one and he can drive the other one.
Yeah. You both each one drive one.
Yeah.
Drag you over here. You walk through the center of town. You finally go back to near the lodge, where you meet your friend, and then you
Yeah.
see good old man Gorban.
Josh Groban.
Hello, Josh Grok'kaa. How are you?
Oh, it's good to see you.
Oh, you
Good to
look
see
like
you.
Josh Grok'kaa.
Oh, did you find the skulls?
Yes, we found many things, but unfortunately, yes, there were like bandits that had taken refuge in your farm. They might have damaged the buildings. It doesn't. It just kind of, yeah, it didn't look good.
Oh, that's not good, but appreciate you letting me know. Hopefully once the whole bandit uprising stops, then we'll rebuild what we can. You know.
Yes, we saved many of the buildings, but one of them got really rocked.
Now, if you don't mind me asking, how did the building get rocked? I mean, there
I
wasn't
don't know. It was
swarm.
like that when we got there.
Are you trying to pass it off as a lie?
I guess.
Why don't you give me a 2 purple deception check with a positive upgrade and a boost die, because after all, you were there and he wasn't. Seems a little weird, but it has been very strange times recently.
Yes. There were a lot of them. I don't know why there were so many there. Solsar, do you understand why the Banditos were there?
Well, I've heard some stories about them. I don't know. How much do you know about golems out here?
Nothing.
Oh, the gold golem trope again. Look, Hume uses golems, Fosport uses golems, Skyhome uses barely any golems, and out here use barely any golems, and the people still hate it when people that aren't them are doing, he does little finger air quotes, their job. There's like a lot of dumb reason to get violent about it, though. The Paladin continues the explanation that Gorban gives. Yeah, some of the Banditos, at least one of the reasons I was originally called down here for, was some of the Banditos think that with the ascension of Golem in a higher position in the Citadel, Sunray Citadel, that the Golems are going to take over all parts of the society. Kind of nutty, but
This planet is really fucking weird. And that's coming from someone who lived on a dark magic planet themselves.
well, it's all we know of here, so I guess I don't know what a normal planet looks like.
That's true. If you've never been away from your own planet out. Yeah.
Yeah, well, the most important thing to ask is, did you get the skulls of my ancestors?
I think we did, right?
You did. You did, yeah. It'll be in your cart.
Okay. Yes, we did, of course.
Oh, good. Can you bring them out? Just wanted to see and make sure they didn't damage them. I mean, I doubt they'd have a reason to damage them, but You never know with bandits these days.
Sure. Here, look.
Bring out 2 skulls. They're about the size of Dogna's, head, right? They're a little bit smaller than yours, but not by that much. Oh, good. He comes up over. Ah. To think this is all we leave behind when we perish.
Well, that's not all. It's a story for another time, Mike.
Oh, man,
Anyway, I'm glad we could do you the service. We also recovered quite a few of the Banditos things that we confiscated. Do you have need of any of this stuff? Maybe a blaster pistol or...
He's putting this stuff away first, and then he's coming back over.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what a blaster is.
You
but...
don't know what a blaster... It's a gun. Hold it in your hand and you shoot people.
Oh, is that what you call... We call them sun spitters out here.
Sunspitter, yes. Sorry, I'm still getting used to the local vernacular.
Oh no, it's all good. I mean, shit, the only place I know that makes a bunch of sun spitters is Fume, and they don't really sell it to outsiders.
Well, these guys had a lot of them, so if you want one, I think that's fine.
Yeah, I could probably find some means of exchange. Yeah, I guess my question to you is, what are things you're interested in?
Well, I like really powerful artifacts and things, but I mean, I am just one of the group that helped you here, so the Paladin here helped out, and I have 2 friends that stayed behind outside the city because we are going to camp out there, Dagna and Grok'kaa, and they also probably have interest in things that maybe I don't know, so like what do you think you would offer?
In immediate material goods, probably not a lot, but I do know a good number of people at the Citadel that probably could offer, those magical artifacts that you would seek.
Oh.
In fact, I know an alchemist. Oh, excuse the pun. But yes, she could definitely help you with finding out, what sort of things they scoured. Though I have to admit, these things, as he picks up one of the DC-17 hand blasters, they kind of remind me, looks over at the Paladin. And the Paladin tilts his head a little bit, and you all of a sudden hear his shoulders stiffen up. Wait. Paladin comes over, takes a closer look. We confiscated all those. How on earth could they find another one of those? Yeah, that's what I thought was weird too. Property of a Grand Army of the Republic? I mean, I don't see any Republic out here. Certainly ain't grand. Well, that's not good. That's not good. Even beyond, that alchemical shop, I definitely know a few other places might be interesting, venturing lounge out there.
TM.
Yes.
Are you saying that these blasters had Arbesh on them?
Yes, I am saying they have Arbesh on them.
And
I think that'd be a reasonable interpretation.
This trader reads Arbesh?
Yeah. Old man reads Arbesh.
Interesting. Okay, alright.
Yeah, even some people in the high society. They might even... Some of the people that Synod may not be a material item per se, but they might be able to offer a magical blessing.
Interesting.
Yeah. He fits around with his eyes, coat pockets, and he pulls out what looks to you looks like a purple credit chip. And he offers it over to you, Ileana.
Oh, what is this?
Well, I'll give you a few locations, but tell them, if you want something special, tell them that old man Gorban sent you. And show the credit chip. Yeah, anyone could claim they met me, but this
To
would be
the
proof.
alchemist people that you mentioned, huh?
The alchemist, even part of that adventuring lounge. And well, if that synod is open, then you might be able to get a priestly blessing from him too.
And what is exactly are you handing to me here? What is?
It's proof that you met me and that you've had my blessing.
Right, but what is it?
I don't know. My ancestors found it from, I don't know, some dead people a really long time ago. They kept it as a souvenir.
So you don't know what it. Okay, all right. Well,
All I know is nobody here could make this on this planet, so who knows? Maybe even opens up some kind of lock.
uh-huh.
Kind of shrugs.
Do I recognize what this is?
Yeah, you recognize it's a credit jet. It's kind of weird that
Oh.
it's all purple, but
Oh,
it's a credit jet.
sorry.
No, it's all good.
I didn't. Narratively rewinding.
Yeah.
Why are you handing me this credit chip?
You calling it a what now?
And it's purple. Why is it purple?
I don't know, maybe you could time travel 400 years in the past and ask my ancestors.
Oh, 400 years. Oh, this is very old. Okay, well, this is. I've seen these before. It's called a credit chip. It like
credit
holds
chip.
your money.
Kind of squints with his one eye.
Yeah, there's no real money in there, old man. It's unlike computer code. Anyway, I thank you. And enjoy your sun spitter. And like, do you? I can't remember if you said what your compensation for us returning your ancestors would be. What did you offer? I don't remember.
No, it's really whatever you found there, and I think from what I could see inside, I mean, you found, lots of binoculars, don't really need that anymore. Whatever you found, you keep.
Uh-huh. Okay. Well, salvage is salvage.
Yeah, it's pretty decent salvage. I mean, keep that. I never really found a use for that. Points over to the script stone. I mean, it looked really pretty. I heard they have magical properties, but I never been figuring out how to use it. So, I don't know. You seem.
Doesn't Dagna have that?
I don't know who. Dagna has another script stone,
Oh,
but this is a different one.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
okay.
have one of those. Yes.
Oh, okay. I guess I have the other.
Yeah, right now it's in the car, but if you want to drag it in,
No, I think we're going to keep that thing. Wow.
yeah.
Anywho, okay. Yes, we have lots of things to sell then. Happy to have helped you.
Oh no, the pleasure is all mine. I really appreciate, you guys risking it out there. It's a
Okay.
dangerous world.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay,
maybe you're interested in playing some cards. Maybe, actually, I really want to do it with Dagna. Yeah, you
Yeah,
don't see too
yeah.
many Atlantics out here.
Yeah, Dagna, I think, really wanted to play some cards. But she, yeah. So, I mean, honestly, if you want to, you could come out and camp with us if you have the evening, and we can play cards.
Oh, that sounds like fun. Yeah. Let me.
Yeah, I think the only thing that I would request for the honor of our company in playing cards would be, do you have any thing to drink around here?
Drink like beer?
Like the good stuff, you know what I'm talking about, eh?
Oh, the good beer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can bring some over.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah. Una cervezas. Yeah, you'll bring out the good bottle.
Faces.
Cervezas.
Now they speak Spanish. Okay.
Yeah, let me get out of the good stuff. Yeah, it might take me a few minutes to get that
Take your
out.
time. We will come back after we have sold all this crap. I mean, good stuff. And we'll come pick you up.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay.
Starts walking away, gives you a nice smile, and he starts walking away. He's starting to, putting up his stuff that he doesn't think he's going to sell today, and just continues on working.
Okay, out of character. How much of this? Does anybody want to keep any of this stuff? Blaster pistols, Sand Panther, all this stuff's kind of damaged too, huh? Does anybody want that missile tube? Or I bet we could get a lot for that.
Yeah, that Celestial Howler.
Flash charge. What's
I
a
mean-
power potion? Do you know?
I think the I think the only real major things worth keeping. I mean, I don't know. The DC-17 hand blasters are decent, but we'd have to get them fixed up.
Yeah.
The 2 power potions, the handheld electro binoculars are probably good to hold on to.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a lot of storage capacity in this.
I mean,
army.
we're obviously selling the condenser, right?
I don't think a condenser is a giant thing. We don't need a condenser.
The Paladin is going to offer slightly different advice than the condenser, on the basis of, I guess we could sell it here, but if we're ever going to cross back across the Badlands, we might want to keep it. For lack of a better phrase, I've heard sometimes water magically ceases to exist.
Oh, it's a water condenser. Okay.
Yeah, the condenser unit basically, it's like the moisture evaporators from Tatooine. They basically get water from the air. And then again, I don't know. I guess we could just buy a bunch of water before we move.
No, that's
Kinda
fine
heavy.
if you want to run. But like, we don't have anything to generate power to run it, so.
I believe it's implied that the condenser unit is self-powered. Like the
Okay.
power unit's a part of it. Like it has a battery in it to generate power. So you wouldn't have to worry about that.
Yeah. That is useful. Binoculars, yeah, that's good. What's a power potion?
You drink it and you get some brawn. If you're already at 5 brawn, you get 2 boosts to all your brawn checks, but you run out of stream.
Okay.
It's based like a stim.
What's a flash charge?
Remember in Mandalorian where Mandalorian shot that flare up and blinded everyone?
No.
It's a flashbang.
It's like a flashbang / flare.
Okay.
You'll launch it and you disorient people. If they're using
Oh.
like a optical scope or some kind of electro binoculars, it actually blinds them instead of
Okay.
disorient them.
Okay.
It's small, it's handheld.
Uh-huh. And it's like a gun that shoots these flares.
Imagine like a Red Bull can that when you press a button launches a flare that acts like a flashbang.
Uh-huh. And so there's one of that, and there's 6 in it.
Yes, there's one charge unit, and the charge unit is fully filled with 6 flares in it.
Okay.
Obviously, you may find alternative uses for flares, like, hey, I'm over here. I don't know why you'd use it. I'm sure you can come up with a scenario.
Attach it to the cat.
Oh, yeah.
Attach many things to the cat.
Okay. And then everything else is weapons.
Yeah, damaged weaponry. But,
Oh, yeah. Does anybody actually want a missile tube?
I vaguely recall you wanted to hook it up to the side of your vehicle, but that's
Or
my
the
last
cat.
memory of it.
We say a lot of things.
I mean, it's a missile tube with, I think it's got 2 or 3 missiles in it. It's got 3 rockets in it.
I think we've been given a good explanation for why we would keep the vaporator, the binoculars, the potions, and the flash charge with 6 flares. So I think we're all good keeping all that.
Mm-hmm.
So now we're just deciding, do we sell the missile tube and the proton rockets? Do we sell the Panther rifle? And do we sell the blaster?
I don't think we have any need to keep the guns.
Mm-mm.
I mean, unless Dagna, you want a higher damage weapon that you have to repair to get it back up to, decent condition.
Nah, I'm good with the one I've got.
Okay. I will then go with Paladin and try to sell 4 moderately damaged DC-17s, 1 minor damage Sand Panther, and 1 minor damage missile tube with 3 proton rockets. Somewhere in the city.
Sorry, my brain is laughing at the idea of going back to the Middle Ages and selling someone a fucking rocket launcher.
It's your world, man.
I know.
It's just living in it.
And
It's a hilarious mental image.
Not only selling it to the Middle Ages, but in a tent city. Just walking up to a tent. Hey, want to buy a rocket launcher?
I mean, you never know. So yeah, you guys want to start looking around, see if anyone wants to buy some of these weapons?
Yep.
All right.
Do we need any Mr. Dagger's intimidation checks? Is Mouse here?
No, I don't think I'm not cool enough to have mouse.
Get your cat out of here! Get out of here! There's pee on everything.
Do not get the banana tiger near me. Yeah. We can roleplay it out, or we can just hand wave it and say you basically sell it.
Yeah.
Okay. You can definitely find buyers around here. Definitely the one that probably makes you laugh the most. Why the children? Why there's a group of children that want to buy the Celestial Howler, the missile tube?
Oh, let's go. Yeah.
Yeah. That might be the one.
I want to sell it to him too.
Yes. So you see the little children. You see there's a human. There's a Zabrak child. There's a human, Zabrak, Twi'lek, and Lanark, the 4 major species on this planet. You see a cadre of 4 of them. Miss, is that a howler?
I thought we weren't roleplaying.
Okay. Yeah. Anyways, the children buy the missile tube from you.
Yay!
Children? The children buy the missile tube.
Absolutely.
Children
need crew-served weapons.
How much gold do these children have?
Do not question how much gold these children have.
Too late.
No, I am questioning how we're selling this. We're not giving it away.
I know. In that interaction, they basically have to go back. You see one of the kids go back, and then comes back with a huge sack of money.
Go back where?
They're running off to find someone, and then comes back with a giant sack of money.
Giant sack of money sounds good.
These are urchins who steal stuff, or hyper entitled rich kids.
Mom, I need my allowance. I saw something I want to buy.
Whatever you want, dear.
Mom! What that missile tube? I can't do Carmen. Sorry. I did my best. Bathroom!
Yes, let's see, 4,000.
I do a really good card.
All right, let me get a
My
calculator.
voice changer's on right now. Hang
on. And I think it's gonna be.
Yeah, you guys. We should totally buy this rocket launcher.
Let's call it.
Do you have any idea how much stuff we could blow up with this?
Oh my god.
All right.
Huge explosions, guys.
Huge.
Huge.
It's We sold
Alright.
our weapons to Cartman.
Holy shit.
I mean,
That's what I'm talking about.
they are rare artifacts. Most of them are communally bought, we'll say. It doesn't. No single individual has.
Do gold pieces come in denominations? Like,
I mean, yeah, functionally, you could see like platinum and whatnot, but the gold pieces, is the credit stand-in.
I'm just more talking about the weight these children are toting around. The amount of gold probably weighs more than the weapons we are giving them.
They're just wheeling around giant suitcases full of gold.
Yes, there are coins that are like 100 gold pieces worth of coin in a single coin kind of thing.
We thought we were dealing with the triads, but they're actually just the
Quartets.
no, they're the tricycles.
So yes, I will remove that off the.
Group storage.
Yep. You have made a cadre of children very happy.
Excellent.
And we shall not question what ramifications this has on the world.
Okay, kids, have fun.
The kids are trying to move the missile tube.
Don't
break
blow
the
up
thing.
anybody that you know.
Blow up people we don't know. Got it.
Right. Okay, you ready to go, Paladin?
I'm not even in question.
Pick up that gold. Let's go.
Paladin gets the
We
chime
got some moonshine to drink.
Wait, I mean, does the Paladin say anything at all about selling a fucking missile launcher to a bunch of kids?
If you knew a little bit more how the Paladins grow up, it's not that crazy.
Okay, wait, hold on. He balks at the thought of taking drugs, but he's cool with selling missiles to children? What is up with this dude?
You have to defend yourself in the wilds of nature, but you can't lose yourself to drugs.
Defending
I
yourself
hate
and
this
owning
asshole.
a missile launcher are two different things.
Children on Weik are hard as fuck.
Oh,
What
but
are they
drugs,
defending
no.
themselves from? Oh, actually, that's kind of true. Maybe that dragon would come and try to kill them, and they need the missile launcher. Yeah,
I
okay.
mean, there's a reason why there are, 4 cities and 1, 2, 3, 4 towns on this planet.
And? What does that have to do with anything?
There's
Okay,
reasons
let's
why there's
go.
not more people on this planet.
Let's go. Come on.
Because we keep blowing ourselves up? Okay.
Paladin, let's schlep this 12,000 gold, before we get robbed.
He
Come on, we
puts
gotta
it,
go.
tries to lift it up in the cart. Could you open the cart for me, please?
Yeah, I got it. Here, right in here.
Dumps it in the cart. Ugh.
It's like creaking.
3 minutes later, it's gone again. The children have schlepped it all off.
Yeah, let's get that out of here. It's probably fake
one more
gold,
thing. Oh,
honestly.
there's the owner. Hey, got your cart back. All right. All right. Let's go. Whew. Man, I don't even want to know why these children have all that money.
Time to invest. I think we should buy some real estate.
Ooh, a fort would be nice.
Yeah, we could buy a fort, or we could buy some farmland.
Farming sounds kind of boring.
My brain went. My brain went. Farming? A woman of your talents? You should have done. Oh God. Oh. We were this close. This close. Yes,
I guess
come on,
we could
let's
get
go
a farm.
and drink some moonshine. Let's go.
Yeah.
Buy a war saddle for Grok'kaa.
Oh shit! I forgot. We have to buy food.
Oh yeah, we gotta.
We need to
gotta
buy
a lot of
like a side of beef. or whatever they call it in this
I think
plan.
we need to buy a whole bovine.
Yeah, that would help. But like, I mean, we don't want to butcher it. Is there a butcher around here somewhere?
Oh yeah, there's all sorts of shops out here.
Okay.
There's definitely a butcher.
Let's go buy a side of whatever. What?
Bantha.
Help me. Bantha. Yes, a side of bantha.
I mean, they got
That's
pigs,
going
so
to
maybe
be
they got
really
horse. I
big.
mean, they got horses and pigs. So, I mean, it could just be a cow.
Well, okay. What? The GM's choice. What do we buy a side of?
Bantha.
Bantha it is. Okay. Paladin, like, I need your help again. You have to get this bantha side into the cart.
How much bantha are we buying?
I mean, it's fine. We'll have a big barbecue. It'll be great.
Oh. Bantha.
Wait,
oh.
Dagna isn't a vegetarian, is she?
No.
Haven't you been
Okay.
watching? She eats exclusively meat, raw.
Excellent. Oh, raw? Oh, wow. Well, we need some seasonings and stuff. Let's just assume we like hit the butcher and then like they gave us like some salt and pepper and stuff.
Yeah. If you want to buy like basically a whole bantha's worth, it'll be 3,000 gold pieces.
What? What?
It's an
a
entire
bantha.
bantha.
It's an entire
3,000
bantha.
gold for a half a bantha? Like,
No,
you
for
can
like-
buy a pet bantha for 10. What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm looking at a price of a
Let's
bantha
rethink
as
this.
2,000.
Let's rethink this. There's no way I'm buying a half side of bantha for 3,000 gold.
Wait, hold on. How much is a half side of?
Think about one ration, right? And then multiply that by about 1,000. That's probably around the right number. Maybe a lot less though, because rations are like prepared.
Yeah, and this is just more like meat that's ready to cook.
Right, so if we go to gear and then
Rations like 5 credits, I think. or
yeah,
something like that.
that's too much. So let's say it counts for 50 rations and we get half discount, so it's 25 gold for a side of that. Does that sound okay?
Let's call it 500.
No.
Grok'kaa's
You
not worth
just got
500.
11,000.
No, I'm not. I'm sorry. That's fine. We got 12,000 gold for a rocket launcher, but I'm not paying 500 gold for a side of beef.
Well, remember, you gotta feed Grok'kaa too, so you need to buy a lot of beef.
I'm not discussing the quantity of meat that we need for our animal. I'm discussing the fact that a side of beef does not cost 500 gold.
No, okay. My brain was thinking that you're buying enough side of beef that equals to the volume of a bantha. If you're going for a side of beef, yeah, that'd be like 20.
How about this? We spend 100 gold and we get a feast.
Yeah, that seems fair.
Okay, great.
Yeah, spend 100 gold. Make sure you write that in the chat.
Yeah.
Wow. Our riding
that's-
bantha are expensive. At least in the...
Yeah, but you're
book.
paying for like a bantha to be writable too, so
Right.
it's kind of the same as the horse. Costs twice as much. Well, let's see how we can go with that. Let's hope the kids don't blow themselves up. Hopefully their parents are good. Alright, let's get going.
I hope they don't blow themselves up.
It's almost like selling explosives to children is a terrible idea.
Paladin, what did I ever see in you?
Chaos. Glorious, sexy chaos.
Thick, wavy locks.
Thick wavy locks.
Element. Okay.
as they come back in town. While you guys were on your own adventure, Dagna, what are you doing with Grok'kaa? How's it going? You kind of... Most people are trying to stay away from you as they're traveling
Yeah.
to and from down the road.
She would have taken some time to just set up camp, and once it was like, it's not anything fancy, she just but once she gets it set up, she just goes and she sits with Grok'kaa, and she is trying desperately to recreate whatever ability it was that she managed to unlock before when they were still at the farm, and try to get a sense of Grok'kaa's emotions again. She's just trying to figure out how to do it on purpose.
Okay, why don't you give me a discipline check?
Okay.
Let's call it an average 2 purple discipline check with 2 setback die on this one.
Okay.
You're trying to force something that's natural.
Yeah.
Surprise you might. The good news is you're feeling something. It's not getting to the level of this level of effort in trying to really get anything beyond what you could observe from the outside.
Okay.
There's no additional information you can glean.
Okay.
But you are feeling the magic flowing through.
For the record, Grok'kaa is like laying on his side, like you see lions doing, like as if they were like T-posing, their legs like straight out. He's just like fully laying on his side, just kind of in a half slumber.
How is he, like, is he still like in that like agitated like upset state that he was in before, or is he calmed down now?
No, he's calmed down. It was, the walk back, he was fairly sullen, kind of a sullen beast following the carts, and then they got here, and Ilyana and the Paladin wandered off, and he just kind of found a shady place and laid down and did the whole lion thing.
She'll probably reach over once in a while and just give him scritches, but
Eventually you see your, the Paladin and Ilyana come on through, and you can hear the sound of the cart. It's a little creaky. Definitely wasn't making that creaky noise beforehand. There must be something heavy in there.
is that what heavy things sound like?
It's the best onomatopoeia I can give at the time. Alright, let's see. Oh my gosh, how we're gonna get all this meat out of here. Dagna, can you give us a hand? We have food. You have a fire ready, or do we still need to make effort to make a fire?
She would have gotten a fire going at this point.
Oh, good. Oh, let's see. You see the Paladin come out. He's carrying a huge bag of meat. Ugh. All right. Are you a decent cook? Or should I start cooking?
I want to say, well, Treg, does it? What is the Ajuki like? Is the concept of cooked food odd to him, or like when they were just traveling alone by themselves, was Dagna the only one cooking food, or?
No, I would say the Ajuki do cook some food at times. They make stews and things. They are more than happy just foraging and eating off the land. But if they are living in a area, they would be willing to cook things, stews and whatnot. They're not huge on necessarily eating meat, but they would definitely cook things from time to time.
Okay. Dagna is passable, I would say. So I mean, she would help. Yeah, I mean, she's not no gourmet chef or anything, but she knows what she's doing. So
Sounds good. Why don't you give me a 1 purple? Why'd you give me a 1 red survival check?
Oh, jeez.
Let's see how this meat comes out.
Okay, great. Just bound and determined to have my dice betray what I've just said narratively. All right, 1 red.
Yeah, 1 red.
Oh no, wait, I did that backwards. Hold on. No, let's try this again. I got rid of my greens. I didn't want that.
Can I help? I have 1 rank in survival.
Yeah. You add a boost die as well. Yeah, I think you also have a rank dog though.
Okay, okay, so 1 red with a boost. Cool.
Yep. You cooked the meat very well.
Awesome. All right.
That smells delicious.
If cooking is survival, Grok'kaa is a freaking 5-star chef. I've got great survival.
Yeah. Yes, if Grok'kaa wasn't a giant wilder cat right now.
That's true.
But yes, he would be amazing. He could make a plant taste like meat.
He's got magic hands in the kitchen.
So as you guys start eating the meat, you finishing cooking off that first round. The paladin takes off his helmet. He's got that luscious hair. When he takes his first bite, this is one of the best meat I've had in a long time.
Oh, I'm glad you like it. We poisoned it.
Eliana.
I'm sorry.
The paladin looks over.
That's just a little joke.
Do you normally poison each other's food on your planet?
It's quite common, yes.
Paladin just kind of looks at you strangely. You call my planet weird. You got wafting vapors, it smells really good.
Dagna would at some point just grab like a sizable hunk of the meat and just put it in front of Grok'kaa.
And as you do that, you see a small one-eyed Atlantic who's carrying, looks like a couple glass containers. Oh, you guys are already starting. Hopefully I'm not too late. I mean, it's never too early to, drink some alcohol, but... Ooh. Oh man, it smells really good. Who's cooking?
It was kind of a group effort, but...
I handed you things.
Well, you helped.
No, compliments to the chef on this one. It smells really good.
Yeah, help yourself.
Mike.
We've got plenty.
Oh,
Also,
sounds
be
good.
careful. We have a very large Grok'kaa. You might remember he looks a bit different now, but don't be scared.
Yeah, it's gonna take a little bit more than that to scare me.
Oh, good.
Grok'kaa
But,
farts and he jumps. That's the threat.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh my.
That's right.
Ah! Oh, you hear the sounds of jingling glass and containers. Oh,
It's,
okay,
little
the beer's
stressed
still
out.
safe.
Let's pass those around, my friend.
Yeah. I kept the good stuff here. Pass you, it's an amber bottle. Pretty sizable bottle. Nothing strikes you out of the ordinary for beer. It's just really, creamy and hoppy beer. Yeah, I only buy this for special occasions. Whew, but I think this is a special enough occasion. Looks over to, Grok'kaa Beast. I don't know, does he want one? Ilyana, you feel really good. You're gonna add a boost die to your next check. It's a really good beer.
Dagna is definitely partaking. She could use a drink after the day that she's had.
Absolutely. You also get a boost on your next check.
Awesome.
Yeah, well, don't mind me. How about you, Mr. Paladin? I mean, normally you guys don't, something about not poisoning your body. I don't think it's really that poisoning, as long as you don't, overdo it. Here, pass me one. Takes a beer, takes a swig. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Hands it back. Wouldn't want to overdo it, though.
I was gonna say it's fine if he dulls his senses with alcohol, but drugs.
After that last encounter, he might be changing his opinion. It's not like you've asked him every day about his opinion on drugs.
Eh.
Ugh. Didn't I hear you talking about a card game? Oh, yeah. Sabak. It's a good old card game. I don't know what's so magical with the number 23. I mean, I always thought 21 was a better number to aspire to. Yeah. You guys ever played Sabak?
I'm just trying to think if that's something that Dagna would have any familiarity with.
I mean, I guess you'd play. I don't know. Does Dagna ever done like card games or like gambling-ish card games? Would she have played or known something like blackjack if she was on Earth?
I think that she would know what it is, at least.
Yeah.
The finer intricacies of knowing how to play it might be different, but I think that she would at least know what it is.
She's an archaeologist, right?
Yeah.
They gotta pass the time somehow.
You
know what? That's a fair point. That's fair.
Yeah. Yeah, you know exactly what Sabak is. It's basically a bunch of cards that got different. Some got numbers, some got faces on it. The goal is to get to a positive or negative 23 at the end of it.
Okay.
Yeah, Sabak. Well, it's got a different version out here. I'm not sure you guys are familiar with it. The Riftwalker variant. It's a little bit more fun. At least I think it's a little bit more fun.
Okay, explain.
Yeah, well, you got a plus minus 23, and I'm sure you're all familiar with that idiot's ray combination. Well, the fun thing about Riftwalker is that you can basically, if you want to, drop your current cards and then pick up another few at the very end. A bit of extra opportunity. You don't like the hand that's dealt it with you. What do you say?
I'm down to try.
Good. Now then, let's get rid of, put our food in a safe spot, and let's hand out some cards. As he pulls out a card deck and starts handing out, puts various cards and puts various amounts of little gold pieces in terms of more like fake gambling, like chips sort of thing. You know the rules. You want to put, your chips in at the betting phase. And then after that, you got to go, call a hand, do a little bit of shifting. Then we draw the cards. Take that as a yes, then.
Oh, yeah,
All right.
sorry.
All right, let's get going. hand wave, or do you want to have a little bit more detail in the card game?
We can just hand wave.
Okay. That's good. These guys are playing cards, winning and losing various hands. You're all having a good time. Having a pretty happy time. What does Grok'kaa do while the rest of you are playing card games? I mean, I can't imagine a beast having the Does your Jacko beast have dexterous hands?
I mean, they're
Got hooves.
they're kind of like clawed hooves, so they're not the most dexterous thing. Eventually, basically, if Dagna wanders off, everyone's kind of partying and playing games. Eventually, Grok'kaa will actually kind of stand up and lumber off toward, maybe a small thicket or patch of trees or whatnot, and just kind of rut a little bit. Scratch his tusks against the tree bark and, headbutt some things. Just, he's stuck in this form. He's got semblance of sentience. He knows who he is, but he knows he isn't who he is. So there's just this... Yeah, I think there's just this general underlying uncomfortableness of, awkwardness of something, he's trying to work through this frustration that, is somewhat hard to comprehend with the mind of a beast. So.
Which is understandable with that one. As you're doing that, something definitely only in your vision, and that definitely surprises you, is you see a version of yourself coming out there, that same voice you heard earlier about your village. I understand. If I was in your position, I'd be doing this too.
And shakes his head back and forth. Kind of paces back, starts pacing in front of this thing. Again, somewhat similar to you'd see, a large cat would do when, facing something similar size.
To relive that memory again. Well, perhaps if you at least get the ability to speak, things might be a bit more interesting. As Grok'kaa Beast, you start to feel a bit more like yourself. You are still stuck in the beast form, but you at least seem to have regained your, let's call it, innate Ijuki intelligence in this case.
Okay.
So you are able to speak as if you were in your Ijuki form.
Mentally,
correct. You don't retain necessarily all the mental faculties of, cunning awareness or, your natural charm per se visually, but you're at least able to now communicate directly with this. It feels like this thing has opened a gate for you. You feel a little less caged.
What you do?
Even a sleeping god can dream. I don't necessarily know what I did.
Supekara. Why? Nakaska. Why?
Because in some sense, this is who you are.
No. I am Ijuki. Not Ua.
You are right. I am not a Juki. But you are. And it seems that the oral history has lost some information, which is quite distressing. But the evidence, you are it. You see it. You experience it. He kind of looks up and you see the moon in the sky. Only something woke me up from my slumber. Perhaps the moon would turn a little less red. But you already know that, don't you?
What are you? You speak of... You speak of Chin Sung Kyu, of Sky.
I think what your people consider Will Naira, and what I am to the same but distinct. Much like you are both Juki and this kind of gestures in your direction.
Wila Naira is super. Al Jata destroy Nakaska. I not Wila Naira.
What else would you call this? It's not a curse, as one would consider it. In some sense, if you want to blame that on the curse, Aru Jakawi was the one who blessed you with it. For you people, but your oral history seems to consider her as the good one. Oh, how that game of Comlink goes.
You speak riddles. Aru Jakawi is one who watches. She protect. Without she, Wila Naira would bring Chamaktana Wanoya.
Is that how the oral history goes now? Here.
You speak much Jaka.
Oh.
Why you know more than the Juki?
Was there when you first took your steps. was there before the dark times. Back when Aru Jakawi and I were still alive. Before the Grok'kaa. Your language is rather complicated. Leka Chayara. For those manipulated her work.
Leka Chayara. Andonti. Leka. Demon Supe. I do not use for that purpose.
It looks around and walks around you. And yet you are in this form.
Yes. Leka Pahikta. Magic. Oh, strange.
If it will be any moment of peace for you, these Andante, I doubt they'd have the power to wake me up.
Good. If you are with Wheelanaira, then I am glad they have no power.
Well, just because I doubt their ability to do it doesn't mean they can't. Eventually I will awake. The question will be if one awakes me, will it be forever consumed in twilight? Or will she who begets life continue to glow?
Do you have anything else to say? Or will you continue to taunt me so?
I still slumber. But when the dream finds it interesting. Well, I'm pretty sure it'll find it interesting until you find your true peace, after all. Your people really should get its story straight, though.
Then I will meet SWRPG. He who brings peace. He who waits in death Han hanak pachatu dikyak.
Oh, that one.
My people, Nijuki say, he brings peace from above.
Well then. That be a noble goal. Perhaps he, if you meet him, documented a more accurate history than what was communally told from your people. Or he made the same mistake as your people did, only trusting the oral retelling and not the truth. I look forward to your venture with great interest. But for now, you have a long journey to go. So you start slowly fading away.
Grok'kaa returns to pacing. Headbutts one of the trees. Some of the bark splinters off as it cracks a little bit.
You gonna be okay?
I think so. He's just going through a lot right now. But he's not going to hurt anybody, I promise.
Yeah, I believe that, but man, you know, the rest of us folks turned it out like that. I'm pretty sure they'd be taking it much worse than he is.
Well, he's strong. And I have to imagine this isn't easy for him.
Yeah, speaking of things that aren't easy. I mean, I know all the Landics south of Departure, but I've never seen you. So, where do you come from?
I'm thinking of how she's going to want to answer this. Well, before I started traveling, I was in I've forgotten the name. Give me a second. I am so sorry. Not Vosport, the other one.
Mm-hmm. Skyholm,
Skyholm. Skyholm, thank you. That's the one. It just completely left my brain. Yeah, before I started traveling, I was in Skyholm.
You grew up and lived at Skyholm your whole life?
No, I was just studying.
Getting an education. Good for you. Still, it's pretty interesting. What were you doing in Skyholm? What were you studying?
Anything I could.
Oh, I'm sure it's more than that. You wouldn't go out of your way and go to a completely different town if it was just anything you could.
Well, Skyholm is where all the magic is, right? I've always been curious about it. Yeah, so where better to learn than where all the magic happens in the world?
Yeah, I guess it's true. Did you want magic? I mean, it's not like I never really heard anyone who learned magic per se. They were already kind of magical, and then they just, improved upon it.
That was never really my intention. I just wanted to know how it worked. I've always been fascinated by it.
Yeah, I've heard this story before. Yeah.
What, you find me foolish and idealistic, don't you?
No, I don't think you're exactly telling me everything about it. What is your deception score?
I mean, she's not exactly lying. She's just omitting some truths,
Right. He's just trying to pull on that string a little bit. I'm just trying to get is he gonna push up or pull on that string really hard, or is he gonna kind of give up on it?
My deception is 3 green.
I mean, that's gonna be pretty hard. I don't think this guy's gonna be able to make it. So all he has is 3 greens. He's got a boost and a setback. That damn Grok'kaa fart. Let's add him another 2 setbacks because he doesn't know you.
God damn it.
Yeah, I've heard that story before. Usually I'm sure you're interested in figuring out what's going on there. But, maybe there's something you're running away from.
Everybody's running away from something, aren't they?
Yeah, ain't that the truth? I mean, I don't know what you're running away from, and I'm not gonna pry into that. But, I've seen this story play out time and time before. You can't run away from it forever. At some point, you do gotta confront it. I mean, I've heard plenty of, children run away from their parents, or, partners running away from bandits. Most of it pretty much ends up the same. They either kiss or make up, or they just get lost in the woods somewhere, and that's the end of that. Shoot, I even heard of the story of a long time ago, some people running away from Fume for something. Guess they stole some kind of really important, I know it's artifact, some really important piece of equipment, and it's caused some of my family some strife too. It's hard to get news from them since then.
Dagna knows exactly what he's talking about, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought so.
I mean, even after the revolt, real long time ago, I thought there'd at least be some hope, of that city, working with everyone else. But no, after that thing got stolen. I don't even remember what it was stolen. I mean, barely heard anyone from my family up there.
You've never gone back?
No, and stories I hear is that people who do go back, either they have to go through a very rigorous entrance, or kind of makes a gesture, looks like a blade slicing across the neck, or they just die in the bowl of glass from exhaustion being lost in there. I mean, shoot, the Badlands are bad enough, but at least the Badlands has a straight enough path to figure out where you're going. Nobody's gonna figure out where Fume is just from the surface there. It's boiling geysers. This old man's seen a lot.
I'm sure you have. Or at least you did before you lost an eye.
Yeah. Well, I was actually... Last time I was in Fume, I lost the eye. Yeah, they shot me.
Goodness.
Lucky to be alive.
What led to that, if you don't mind my asking?
It's a fair question. Kind of seeing contact, after that theft or whatever. They really began cracking down. And, I know my way around the area. I mean, I lived there for a while. And, That's how I know that, you need to go through that rigorous process, because I kind of walked up and out, and they said, no, me and some of my friends trying to, family's important. And I guess, the Orhides, they take their technological advantage very seriously, and just come out of the craters. Next thing you know, you're kind of walking, and then, BAM! There's sun spitter shots, there's slug throwers. I mean, shoot. I don't think there's ever been a war in a long time, but it's not a pleasant experience, I'll tell you that much.
I'm sure it's not.
Yeah, I still haven't been able... They've been able to contact me eventually, thankfully, and they said that they're doing their best to convince the Orhide clan to do something different, but it tends to be pretty sporadic. The last message I got was like 3 years ago. I just pray to the gods that they're doing all right.
Sounds like a very unpleasant place to be.
Yeah, I guess nowadays it probably is. I mean, it's the only place that's really designed for, people of your mind size. And there was, at least when I was there before the revolt, it was a very comfortable and industrious and energetic environment. Yeah, now it's just, I don't know. And I can't imagine that comment I heard everyone talking about is making it any better.
Yeah, that comment seems to have a lot of people riled up.
Yeah, if they weren't riled up before, they'll definitely be riled up now.
I guess we'll see.
Yeah, sometimes people want an excuse to do anything. Just like I have an excuse, he pulls out another container of beers. I mean, I'll take any excuse to have a nice drink.
I hear that.
Sorry, I didn't mean to exclude you two. It was just, well, there aren't many of us Lanix here, and it's kind of important to stick together. I mean, look at you. Look at that hat. It's a nice hat.
Thank you. Are we done playing cards? I want to go take care of the horses.
Yeah. I think we played enough rounds already, and I've had my fun. You guys are pretty good at this.
I cheat.
You're not supposed to tell him that.
What? Oh, I said that out loud. Whoops.
Really, the Paladin looks over at Dog. Now we really should think about our next step, or at least we think we could find someone that would help our friend.
He is talking about Grok'kaa, isn't he?
Yeah, he's talking about
Okay.
Grok'kaa being stuck in the...
I wish I knew what to do for him, but I've never seen this happen before. But I mean, I doubt that there are many people around that are so knowledgeable about the Ajuki that they know how to force, that they would know how to force him out of a transformation like this. If Jors were still around, maybe, but conveniently he's not, so.
Yeah, if anyone could do it, I bet Joris would, but... Huh. Well, that's okay. sure we'll think or find someone.
Maybe he'll just come out of it naturally on his own. I don't know. I hope so.
Kind of looks on over. Looks back at Dagna. I don't know. I got a weird, suspicious feeling that, I don't know, magic normally doesn't wear off per se. Kind of. You just kind of have to push it off. And I guess I can't say I'm familiar with the beast transformation he does, but perhaps it was one too many. That
I mean, this transformation did seem different, at least at first. It's like he was more aggressive. There was just something different about it.
Well, maybe some of the priests of the Synod could help. I mean, they're no Jors, but I heard they're the next best thing. Maybe we plead our case out there.
Well,
I mean, unless you have a better idea. I mean,
I can't say I do, unfortunately. And he certainly can't stay like this forever.
well, that was really fun, but I'm gonna get going back to the missus. Sure, she'll be pretty happy with the help you did with my ancestors, so thank you for that. And don't forget to show that credit shit, or whatever you young lass called it. The old man walks off. It's starting to get a little bit later, you know, early dusk. Still a little bit of that twilight, but I don't know. Maybe we pray. Maybe we pray to the gods that we find someone.
You have fun with that. I've never really been the praying type.
Tis a lonely life, that one. Alright. Well, probably should start circling our wagons and getting the camp ready for nightfall. At least out here, it's hopefully no one gets spooked out by the giant beast.
The giant beast has a name, you know.
Sorry, no one gets spooked out by Grok'kaa.
Thank you.
So yeah, anything else before we rest for the night?
Actually, Dagna's gonna go and find Ileana. Hey, Ileana.
Oh, hi. What's up?
Hey, so I don't know how much of an expert you are in magic or the Force, whatever, but do you think that we could help Grok'kaa somehow?
Well, all of the times that I remember having to do like crazy stuff where we were changing people into animals or vice versa, or like healing people that were almost dead, I relied a lot on my clan mother. and she knew all these like weird rituals. I never learned them. I mean, they didn't really want to teach them to just anybody, so I wasn't really important enough, I guess. But I kind of remember just the feeling of being in the like room where we were doing those rituals, and it was kind of wild. I don't know how I would recreate that, and that's really the only way I know how to do like really big magic. So I guess, I mean, we can try things like, but it's going to be totally, how do you say, guessing.
I mean, is it safe? I don't want to blow him up by accident.
Right. Yeah, that's actually more real than you think. I mean, it's probably totally safe. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, it can't hurt to like just go talk to him, you know, just like talk to him and see how we feel about it. I mean, right? There's no harm. He's not really like freaking out.
No, but I can't imagine that he enjoys being in the state that he's in.
Well, it did seem like he was in pain, so he doesn't seem that way now. He seems just more depressed.
Yeah, I don't like seeing him like that.
Same. I mean, I don't know. What do you think? What do you think you want to try? Like,
I don't know. This is all new to me. You know, it would be nice if we could, you know, snap our fingers and just bring him back, but I'm assuming it's not going to be that simple.
yeah, and I'll be honest. Like, I mean, you may have already kind of guessed this about me, but most of my training is very offensive. in
I've
nature.
gathered that, yes.
Yeah, I'm not really much of a healer. But I mean, I reached out to him when he was in like a lot of pain, like you did, and it seemed like I could feel his emotions, but I don't know if that's going to help or not.
I don't know. I want to do something. I hate feeling like I can't do anything for him.
Let's go find him.
Yeah.
He's just over in the thicket. At this point, he's probably laid down, made a little bit of a nest slash, I guess, you know, pile of leaves and underbrush or whatnot. Made a little mock bed, and it's just kind of laid down. Again, mostly just despondent. You can see that there's damage to the trees, the trees
How big
around.
Is he? Like, how big is he?
Probably
like-
at least as big as the horses.
Okay, but like not like an elephant.
No.
No.
Okay.
Grok'kaa kaiju was more elephant or larger, but no, he's
Yeah.
he's more horse. Definitely got more meat on him than the horses do. He's bulky, but probably standing up, his shoulder would probably be a similar height to Ilyana.
Mhm.
But yeah, you see that there's, the trees are pretty scuffed up, and there's some splintered bark, but he doesn't seem hurt. He's just looks like he's been rutting, and then it's kind of laying down in the
Hey,
middle
big
of the...
fella. Sun's getting real low.
I mean, the sun's already gone down at this point. There's just that last little bit of twilight before.
Whoosh. Yeah. Sun's getting real low.
Yeah, you're still stuck in that beast where you're not able to communicate with them.
He makes noises.
Yeah, he makes noises.
Boy, I sure do wish we knew how to get you back to your normal self, but I don't know. Well, I guess we should try, Dagna. I don't really know what I'm doing, but I know a little bit of, like, the healing side of the Force. And I kind of used it a little bit back yesterday, or, like, earlier. So, maybe you could try this. Like, so, when you want to, like, sense up another person's, like, emotions or something, I usually think of, I close my eyes and I think of what it would be like in my head if I was that person. And then I like reach out with like my hand normally, and I try to like visualize me connecting with that person, like through the space between us, like somehow. I don't know how to explain it, but it's kind of childish when you think about it. But if you want to, you could like try to do that. You just like picture the other person in your head, or like maybe in Grok'kaa's case, you picture him like he used to be, and then you try and feel like he feels, like maybe he's sad or depressed. What do you think?
I mean, I managed to do it before. I didn't do it on purpose, but let me give it a try.
No.
Yeah, and she's gonna close her eyes, and she's gonna picture Grok'kaa, Grok'kaa as he usually is, and just try her best to like put herself in Grok'kaa's headspace and just try to reach out to him.
All right, give me a, call it 3 purple, 2 black discipline check. You recognize the
I
magnetism.
was made for this kind of work. Can I assist? I mean, like, come on, I have like 3 ranks in discipline, and I could theoretically be at 4 force rating right now if I wanted to take some strain.
Yeah, you can provide assistance. You can provide the skill ranks to Dagna. So I don't know how many
Okay,
ranks
so
you
you
have.
get 2 additional boost die, is that?
So your skill ranks are going to override Dagna's skill ranks.
Okay, so I have 2 ranks in discipline.
Yeah, so Dagna, count in this case that you have 2 ranks of discipline yourself.
So that's 2 yellow, or
Let me double check to make sure.
I feel like that's how we've done assisting before. It's whoever has the higher ranks, their ranks count toward the check.
I believe as it is. I just wanted to make sure, because you could also do it with. Please apologize as I load it. Why is my eye blanking on skilled assistance? I know it's in here somewhere. Social, come on. Anyways, yeah, just count as 2 skill ranks for now.
okay.
I gotta figure out top of my head. Because I know it basically takes the higher, like, skill rank and then the higher, I'm blanking on it, characteristic.
And I'm also rolling with a boost because I have a boost to my next check. I haven't used it yet. So.
Oh, that's right.
That hooch.
The beer.
Oh, I see how it works now. Okay. One person's the higher characteristic, and then whoever has the higher skill rank. And I think technically, Ilyana, you have both better, correct? Because you have, like, what, 5 willpower? And then, like,
5 and 2 ranks in discipline, yep.
Yes. So Dagna, count yourself as 5 and 2 and get yourself a boost die as well from that. On top of the boost die from the beer.
So 2 boosts. So
Yes.
in total, I have 2 yellow, a green,
2 yellow, 3 green, and 2 boosts.
3 green. 2 yellow, 3 green, 2 boosts. Okay, cool.
Yes.
All right, I think I've got it. This is a lot of dice. Here we go. Not a triumph? What the fuck? Come on, dude. Really?
I knew the moment you said I think I got it, it's going to just screw you.
I didn't say I think I got it. I said this is a lot of dice.
I think I heard Frank. I think I got it.
You might have been speaking, but I think I got it toward the dice count. But I heard it as I think I got it as in the check, and I was like,
No. What I meant was I think I've got all the dice I need. I didn't think I meant, okay, I think I got this.
Well, the dice gods interpreted it as I did, and they screwed you.
But I got a triumph though.
So let's start with the result of failure or success. So as you're just trying to get through to Grok'kaa, you realize that whatever causes transformation, to use an analogy your brain would understand, it's like, boy, how do I scale this 15-foot wall without any equipment? I'm sure if you had like climbing gear, you had training like a thief, there's at least a little bit of damage to the wall, you could do it, but this is... Sure, you're not even sure that Ilyana... Of course, Joris could do it, but, Joris has years and years of experience, but... I don't know, even the three of you, even if, Grok'kaa was there, as Najuki to help you with this. That barrier that's keeping Grok'kaa as his beast form is, we'll call it, might be out of your reach for a while from your individual power.
Mm-hmm.
You do have 2 advantage and a triumph, though.
Don't you have 1 force rating?
Yes.
Yes, but this is not less of an issue of force rating and more of a realization of that is a very difficult nut to crack to even force the reversion. Much less even just straight up communicating with them.
Right.
It's like giant lock and key. And someone just, I don't know, maybe snap the key at this point.
Yeah, I mean, for reference, this, if we're talking force rating, this is technically a 4 force rating transformation, so it is quite a powerful amount of magic.
Okay.
Yes, which, if Grok'kaa could communicate, maybe it seems to be related to the, blood-eyed god trapped in the moon.
So like, mechanically, how are we treating, like, is Grok'kaa gonna have to start making checks in order to break out of this or whatever? Like, how does this work?
You will probably need to find a sufficiently more powerful magic user or create such a powerful magic concoction to essentially overcome the walls.
Okay.
You do have like I said, advantage is kind of like, hey, you failed, but something good came out of it. And do also remember, triumphs tend to be, let's call it, scene altering.
Yeah. Okay. I have an idea. What if my triumph is that, like, I can't, and like, I'm not able to bring him out, but I am able to reach him to a point that I can now talk to him?
I like that. Yeah, that'd be perfect. So yes, Dagna, you are definitely able, let's call it the advantage that you realize the wall can be very difficult to break down, but with the triumph, you're at least able to communicate to Grok'kaa with that same intelligence as he had with the Najuki. He could speak sentences to you.
Okay. So narratively, the way that this plays out is that, Dagna is just concentrating so goddamn hard because she managed to do this back at the farm, and she is just trying so hard to recreate because she knows that, Grok'kaa is sad and he's stuck and she hates that she can't help him. And she doesn't say anything out loud, but she just, like, in her head, just, shouts out, just some kind of, like, frustrated exclamation, like, oh, come on. And Grok'kaa, you hear it.
Can Grok'kaa respond to it?
Yes. Grok'kaa can respond to it as if he was an intelligent Ijuki being.
You see, again, Grok'kaa beast, his head suddenly pops up, and he looks right over at Dagna. And again, in her mind, she hears,
Nyarchuk. Nyarchuk.
Grok'kaa? Can you hear me?
Yes. Voice. Yes.
Oh my, that wasn't what I was going for, but that was more than I was expecting. Are you okay?
I do not know. I Supeyakara. Too strong.
What happened? I've never seen this happen before.
I saw Andante wolf. I grew angry. And I know not past that. There is one other who speak. I speak.
Someone else was talking to you? What do you mean?
He
Out of the corner of your eye, but only Grok'kaa's eye, sees a shadow again.
I do not know. He claimed to be Nariri, one of first gods.
What does he want with you?
I cannot know. He speak wrong of Ijuki. Stories of Nairiri, of world.
Do you think that he's why you're stuck?
I do not know. He speak when I transform. Perhaps he is cause I do not know.
Oh, Grok'kaa, I wish I knew what to do to help you.
As long as you are safe, form is not important.
It is though. I mean, I felt your anger. I know that you don't enjoy being this way.
Supekara. Yes. My Ailu. No, like Supekara. They say Makaska. But just kind of shakes his big shaggy head.
Do I get any of this at all?
No, not a thing, I would imagine. You're just
Not, unfortunately, Ileana, not a thing.
you
Okay,
just
so
see Dagna
Dagna's
and
eyes are closed, or
I think
You
that
said something's going on, but not the specific details.
There definitely seems to be a more trained intent or interest of Grok'kaa. You know, in his beast form, he is staring directly at Dagna, and you can, intuit that the way he is moving, and that there are subtle head movements that normal people would use when they talk. So you can definitely intimate that there is some sort of conversation, or at least something going on.
good.
Dagna doesn't look nearly as natural. I mean, she's concentrating really hard, just trying to make sure she doesn't lose the connection. But
Just a facial expression, and she's grinding out a big shit.
I mean, it's probably not terribly far off, to be honest.
Okay.
Solasar thinks that we might be able to find people that can get you out of this form. Is that something that you would be willing to try?
Yes. What of Hatun Yachak?
I don't know where he is. I thought about him too, but I know that he could do it, but I don't know where he is. I wish he were here. Make it so much easier.
Well, if Solazar thinks he know people who help, I go. This Leka Pahita. Perhaps Konka Jakinaka Leka can help.
Okay. We'll find them tomorrow then.
Then you sleep. I will guard.
You sure?
I cannot do other things, but I can guard.
All right.
You are good, Yachak.
What was that last thing he said? Sorry.
He said, "You are good, Nyachak."
I'm trying to be. So are you, Grok'kaa.
I trust Ailu. Iasawi.
We'll get you out of this. I promise.
Iasawi.
That he kind of shifts and stands back up, shakes himself, and kind of steps over and nuzzles against Dagna, then turns and goes over to Ilyana and does similarly.
Pat, pat. Okay. Dagna, I think you did it.
I did something. It wasn't what I was going for, but
Well, even on Dathomir, they used to tell us the Force has a will of its own. I think is the right translation. So, if it did anything at all, that's good.
he said that he was willing to go to these priests that Tolosar talked about to try to get him back to normal. So I guess tomorrow we'll go and try to find them.
Okay. Do you mind if I try to talk to him?
Of course.
He looks at Grok'kaa cat.
Mm-hmm.
Grok'kaa cat looks back.
Okay. Close my eyes and try to reach out with the force.
Let me see what it tells you.
I just picked up Sage.
So you got sense of motion, which is good. You're at least going to get more detail than expected.
But I don't have any good things in Sage yet.
Yet.
Yeah.
So,
Also have Hermit.
I bought a bunch of talent trees.
Mhm. Preparation.
Preparation.
I have Animal Bond basically from Hermit. That's because you gave it to me.
Right. So as you feel you're, going through the force connection, you're able to get high-level senses of thoughts and emotions. The ability to speak coherent ideological sentences or thoughts. You could try speaking it, but you're not getting a response back in sentences. You're going to get an emotive state of, curiosity, agreement, pain, happiness, but you're not going to get a sense of actual conversation. To use a writing analogy, it's like you get responses back in hieroglyphics. You with Lizzie Trans?
No.
Yeah, you still also feel that wall, that same wall that Dagna felt. That was there's something that's protecting, in air quotes, protecting Grok'kaa from returning back to normal.
I mean, I don't want to try to push through that, but you're saying I can't even talk to him?
You can get pretty specific emotions, but you're not going to be talking in, Galactic Basic with them.
And I mean, if you were speaking out loud, Grok'kaa, at least from what I'm understanding, he does have some of his, mental faculties back, so he can at least respond non-verbally.
Right.
I mean, there's no way I can try to assist reverting his form.
Correct. You would not be able to at this time.
Okay. There's nothing I can do.
Any luck?
Nope.
Actually, there is one thing, because you're actually a Dathomirian Night Sister. That magic that's protecting, that's covering up Grok'kaa, very similar to the most powerful magics you've experienced on Dathomir. The real ancient stuff. So yeah. Anything else before I wrap it up for tonight?
Grok'kaa will stoop down and basically offer to give both Dagna and Ilyana a ride back to the cart or wherever they're, camping for the night.
Yeah. Yeah, that Dagna will climb aboard. Why not?
Ilyana will walk.
He gives her a big, wet lick. It's abrasive. It's a cat tongue. And heads back to the camp.
Sounds good. Anything else you guys are going to do in departure before you head off to the Citadel?
I'm a cat.
Yeah. Dagna doesn't have anything.
Sounds good. How about Ilyana?
No, I guess not.
Okay. Sounds good. It'll be dawn of the next day, and it's going to be 2 days worth of travel to get to the Citadel. The only thing that's going to be day one. Okay. The only thing that's unusual when it comes to going down the path to the Citadel is it seems like whenever there's wild animals, they are distinctly getting out of your way. Dagna is familiar with, traveling between different areas. Then you kind of have an animal. It's just like, oh, it's in the path. And it's like, oh, pie, whatever. Okay, maybe I'll think about getting in the path. These animals are more like, oh, they see you? Oh, let's get out of the way. Let's get away from this thing. Slight difference, but it's a wide and open path. And then that's where we're going to end our session for the night. It'll be the evening of that second day. If I can just get my calendars correct. And you see a massive, massive city that's got a nice wall around it. And there's definitely a singular large building in the center that could be described as a church.